4 p.m. to 6 p.m. chaos, you know? That's a good question. These are good questions. I feel like I'm in therapy. I would say, by virtue of the fact that Tim Jamieson gets the job as the night knocker, and he does seem to be able to negotiate night after night after night of night work, and then later in the series he'll go through a whole day and a whole night, and then like another day of action as well, which would be, I definitely need to sleep. But I do feel like late night can be quite a creative or useful time for me. Like, I think I like sometimes stay up till 2, 3 in the morning, like, you know, writing a song or doing something, or just like playing piano, doing something like that. And I love watching like films and TV shows late as well. So we have that in common, I'd say. But I'm gonna go Tim. I definitely need a list. I like the rules. Even if I would choose to break them occasionally, I like to know what the parameters are. I like to know what the rules are. I definitely like to check things off a list. Mm-hmm. Whereas I think Tim is a much more, he's a wolf. He's led by his nose, and he really trusts his instincts in a way that I don't always. Yeah, absolutely. So long as it's on the list. 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. chaos. You know. Ooh, I would say again probably Tim. He's more spontaneous, but we're both kind of quite instinctive. Yeah, the Tim character is more of an introvert than I am. I'm like a sort of extroverted introvert. Like I like being around people. I kind of get fueled by being around people, but then need alone time to recharge. That's a good question. I would say that, you know, a fictional character will always sort of rise to the occasion in a way that a real person can't. But I do feel like I'm quite good under pressure. I'm gonna say Tim as well. Yeah, I would say that one's probably quite balanced. Yeah, I think both myself and the character both very observant. Probably Tim probably more observant about surroundings and what's happening, and I think I more interested in like people and how they are behaving. Maybe I think Tim is like, I'm looking at a poster of myself as the character here and thinking that we're talking about two different people. You know, I think he processes his feelings later. I think like the musicality of a voice, absolutely. I think sometimes it's again not a good thing, but sometimes I can get like the music of or the rhythm of how I want a particular speech or line to sound, and I feel like I'm not delivering what I want to if I can't hear that rhythm, which is like actually sometimes not a good thing at all, and I have to remind myself after a take or two to completely dismiss that and shake that away and just sort of be present in the moment and not worry about my preconceived ideas. I think as an actor I've always thought it's good to come armed with lots of ideas and lots of kind of nuance about where you're coming from and where you're headed to bring everything that the character is into every scene, and then once you've done a take or two, just dismiss all of that and just remember that people stay in the moment.
What is that place? What are they actually doing there?
Oh my God.
This is the most important work on Earth.
Are my parents alive?
We're not monsters.
Something here is not right. I know what you do to us. We're gonna bring this whole place down.